There we go. Hello, welcome to Pieces of Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint pieces. I paint all sorts of stuff. Mostly just like models and miniatures. But you know, I do other things. I do. I mean, that's not what makes me money. People buy these. People actually buy these miniature things. That's like really awesome. Oh, man, I can make money painting little guys like I liked to when I was a kid. I'm gonna do that. Sounds like fun. So anyway, we're working on the '89 Batmobile. It's fantastic. It's the old one from the would be the one with Michael Keaton in it and Jack Nicholson as Joker. I think we've said this like 100 times now, but I'm gonna keep saying it. But we got a lot of exciting stuff to do today. Hopefully, we'll be able to get the rest of this assembled, or at least pretty close to assembled. I'm still playing with this light thing, man. I really am thinking that I want to put a light in it, but we'll see. Lights would be cool. If we're gonna do that, we gotta drill out some stuff, so we gotta do that before we lock it all together. Anyway, so let's take a look at what we got going on today. We'll flip all the way out. There we go. All right. So we've got. I went ahead and gave us a prime on this, and you can see our panels they're still there, but they're not quite as noticeable. Now they look more like they're part of the car and not, you know, just like models of pieces stuck together. Now it looks like a panel that's supposed to be taken apart. All the things on this are much more streamlined, and that one was just way too big of a gap. Alright, so we can go ahead and get this fitted in. Do it, and it has another piece that goes in the back here, which has been primed as well. I think we want to glue this into place first and then put that back piece in. Oh, also new prints. I printed. These guys are from Artisan Guild. They're fun. They're little lizardmen, like iguana lizardmen. This guy's wearing like a Triceratops helmet or something, like some sort of dinosaur helmet. I don't know. It's wild. It's fun. Dinosaur head for a helmet. I don't think it's a Triceratops. It doesn't have 3 horns. It's one of the other ones. Ooh, smells like spray paint off in here. Hey, Sir McBeardsly's with us. Hello, sir. Good to see you, friend. My Batmobile draws all the boys to the yard. Again, we're just trying to get the edge of this going. I knew I should have ate before I got started. I was busy. Didn't have a chance to get anything to eat. Always eat before modeling. That should be like a unwritten rule, right? Always eat before modeling. All right, so that should get that started. That side started. I'm gonna come back. Make sure to focus right there. Right here. Hello, son.
Well,
Good morning.
these are very big instructions.
Yeah, the instructions of the Batmobile.
A lot of instructions.
There's two little pegs in here. We're trying to get these holes in. There we go. Oh, it's too big for those cameras. That clamp's too dangerous. We're gonna have to do this old-fashioned style. The other one's like a wood clamp, I think. I don't think it'll. This thing's not really wanting to stick to it, is it? Are you the only one up?
Tail was up
Okay.
when I got up.
Okay. You might even do a bit of sprue goo in there just to make sure it's going to hold. It's feeling pretty good. I'm really thinking some sprue goo just to help us make sure that's good and sealed on there, right? Just fill that hole up completely. Like I said, this is just made out of when you get down to the end of these brush pots, you're gonna get to where you're like, well, I can't get the rest of that out. You know, on the brush. It doesn't actually come out on the brush. You'd have to like dump it out and da-da-da-da. Well, cut up some sprues and stick it in there. Looks like that got bent just slightly. Try to get that back over. There we go. Just a little bit more here on this front end. Just be careful with it. You don't want to get it on anywhere where you've got your paint set up. Okay. So now if we're going to do lights, the lights are interesting. Oh, I suppose I should have grabbed some batteries to test these out. But yeah, these guys are pretty bright. Looks like I got 3 of them. This guy's a little shorter. It's from a different kit. Could just put one in the front and one in the back. They're bright enough to where they should make the whole inside of it glow pretty good. That's probably what we'll do. These are longer, so it gives us a little bit more options. It's better if you have, like, shrink them. But you can always twist these things together like this, and it'll make the connection. You can also, if you have a soldering iron, that would really be beneficial. Which we have one. That's what we should be doing. Soldering these together. Oh, gotta remember what I did with it. It should have all the flux and everything in the kit as soon as I find it. Bam! Alright. This is an exciting day. We're doing some real stuff here. Alright, so you need a little bit of that. Yeah, get right there. Need just a little bit of that right there. Okay. All right. That's all set up. And we got a couple things we want to do here. Number one, we need to get this. We need to get this to finish setting. Is this clamp big enough? It is. Okay. Need to put something in between them. So I'm just stocking them together and using them as like a way to help secure the. It's not quite working. I'm just gonna have to hold it. It's just at a funky angle. So, all right. So the idea would be I'll put one on the front, one on the back. Those lights are hollow, and it gets the red stuff, and then the other ones are going to get the clear panels. Looks like it's already missing one red piece. Yep, one's missing. See, we're also missing one of the rods. We might have to see about fabricating a piece to fit in there. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, man, I'm tired today too. So is Kristen. We got a flat yesterday. Oh man, you had a flat a couple months ago, didn't you? Got a flat. Swapped the donut. Made some cottage pie. Well, you know. I mean, at least you got to have cottage pie at the end, right? Almost set. Alright, so anyway, we kind of need to cut these guys out. So looks like those should barely sit in there. Okay. As you can see what I'm doing. I'm just very slowly cutting this material away. This may take a second. You gotta work this real slow. Cannot get in a hurry here. You'll scar up what you're doing. I don't know that my Dremel is small enough to even get in there. And the back is recessed in, so it's like you're not going to get a blade in there or a Dremel. Neither one of those things is going in there. So it has to be done this way. I suppose if I had a little handsaw that was small enough to get in there, I might be able to do it that way. But even if you like, say you tried to heat up the knife to do this, you could cause damage and warp the rest of the model. Very tedious work. almost feel like a pen vise might be handy. There's one. Thought I had one. There's my good one. Oh. That's my backup. Actually, this knife might be the one. This they will really need. This one's a little bit better than it will be. Exactly for this sort of thing. This tool is actually for woodworking, and model shipbuilders use it a lot for doing this kind of thing right here. Be patient. Plastic's thick as hell. Definitely low-teching it here. It's like our nose turbine fell out. We'll have to glue it back in. I'm kind of thinking it needs to just be super glued. I don't know though whether we're going to get that model glue to melt through that right and get it to stick. Little bit by little bit here. Trying to do it in an angle you guys can see. Not that it's all that entertaining, but it's at least nice to see like what it looks like as you're going. So maybe if you're ever doing it, you're not freaking yourself out. Just being real careful. This part right here is important. That's what the light sits on. So we don't want to cut there. We're cutting on this side of it. I don't know if you can actually see it or not, but there's a little lip that's right here. And we were cutting down here, not up here. It's so tiny, I don't know that my camera is good enough to catch it. Trying to be as careful as possible. And you still get the job done. Alright. We're starting to get somewhere. Bam. These are those light covers we put in there. So we're actually gonna, I don't know why I was cutting that. That's ridiculous. Okay, so we're just gonna leave those out. And we're gonna put the headlights in. I should have remembered that we had put those in and just popped those suckers out. That was ridiculous. I was over here fucking messing around with it forever. Golly. So you wouldn't see that on, like, if this wasn't a live video, people would edit that out. But you get to actually see me make mistakes. Be like, oh man, I'm being stupid. Okay, so we're gonna do a little super glue on this guy. Okay. Ridiculous. I just wasted like 10 minutes on that for no reason. Ridiculous. Okay, now I gotta figure out what we're gonna do about this missing piece. Oh, and it's like an actual piece too. Dang it. Oh, it's gonna be hard to fake. Okay. Where'd he go? Ah, dang it. Come back here. Okay. This one turned black. I'm not sure why. It did. Came in contact with that black plastic and it turned black. Man, I'm almost... Alright. So we're going to make a little bit of clear red plastic sprue goo. Is what we're going to do. While that's sitting like that, we actually want to put... It's sitting open. So I'm going to put another one of these on top of it. I'm going to let that sit for a second. Because it'll turn that stuff into... Hopefully it doesn't melt this plastic. You never know. If this is even the same kind of plastic as everything else. Looks like it is. Yeah, it's starting to break down. We'll see if it breaks down the cup. Anyway, we should be able to just drop those in there and be good to go. Get in there. Get back in there. Very carefully. You don't want to scratch this up too much. I do want it to be a little bit distorted though. I don't want that light coming out there super clean. Ertl, there goes one of the thumbs up I like giving. Hey, I like it. I like thumbs ups. That's appreciated. Batmobile. The Batmobile should always get a thumbs up though, right? Because, like, I don't know that there's anybody whose this isn't part of their childhood anymore. Like, Batmobile's been going on for Oh man, when was Batman? Golly. Action Comics. That was like the 30s, I think. Okay, so now let's take a look at this. How we're going to get those to stay in there without those covers. That might take a little doing. Caveman first, then Batman. That's a good one. Okay, dang it, keep going. And I think we're gonna have to, man. Okay, so those things go in these things, so we're gonna have to cut this. We're gonna have to cut these and mount those in there so that we can get this to work. All right, so that can go. All that's gonna go over there. But at least now we've got it down here. This will be a whole lot easier. We're almost through too. It's a big, thick piece of plastic. Oh, we need other tweezers. These are a little bit more delicate than I just had them yesterday. I was using them. I really gotta clean this place up. These work. Just need something I can put pressure on one side while I'm cutting from the other. Come back here. Okay. Very carefully here. High risk of cutting the air balloon and snot out of yourself. So just try to make sure the blade is pointed up away from your fingers. So if it flips, it flips this way away from where your hands are. Cavemobile is first. Batmobile over. I mean, honestly, because they would have had to they'd have to get excavators down there to make the Batcave. So you know, Cavemobile first. I'm just saying. I'm I'm 100% on board, man. You got me in. I'm on it. If I can get one done, I'll do the other one off camera, so you guys don't have to suffer through all of this. I hate my audience having to suffer through these boring bits, because this is the boring part of modeling that nobody talks about. Retooling things and kit bashing, and when you see it when you see him do it, unless it was Dino-mobiles. Jung jung jung. Well, if we're talking about Flintstones, aren't they the same thing? I think they use the dinos as excavators, don't they? So it's Dino and Cave-mobile at the same time. That's hilarious. Dino-mobiles. Before that, it was Amoeba-mobiles. Or is it Amoeba-bills? Is that Amoebobles? Amoebobles? I don't know. That one's going to be Amoeba-mobile. The Big Bang Mobile. It drives everywhere all at once. And it never stops going. It just keeps going. That's some... That's good stuff. Alright, very slowly, very carefully. Almost got one side done. Taking us like 20 minutes. I'm glad we popped them off, though. This was way easier than doing it on there. I should have done that from the beginning. Once we get it done. Alright, now we get over to this next part here. Come right down the line. Be working on this forever. Have to buy a somewhat flexible mobile stand for my smartphone when I make trying sculptures. Yeah. I have an arm for this camera. This camera just sucks. Like if we were trying to move it around, it would freak out, and then we would spend like an hour trying to get it back to focus. So I'm gonna buy a new camera soon. I have a lot of other things to do in the meantime, but pretty soon we buy a new camera. The money I was gonna spend on a camera, I blew on a pressure pot because we're gonna start making dice again, or not again, but we're gonna start making dice soon to go for the shows. We go. Maybe not this next show. I don't think we'll have dice ready for that show. But we'll have dice ready for the show after that, wherever that one ends up being. Careful. Careful. Slow and steady win the race on this one. Yeah, I want to have a couple of different cameras. So we have different ways. Well, I could try using it again. The last time I used it, it was not very happy. I'm really brutal on phones, so maybe I should just buy a regular phone for it, and just have a phone that we use instead of a camera. But my smartphone is not very. Its cameras. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I have a tendency to like, I don't know, end up with my phone in the water a lot. I don't know why. I'm not like incredibly clumsy as a rule, but like for some reason, me and phones, I just drop phones in liquids. I don't know. I definitely need to think about it. Yeah, I definitely that's part of the upgrade. This is like I said, this is an older camera. I definitely need to upgrade it. I would use my iPhone, but like I said, my iPhone is not. I said it doesn't. It's not reliable. So like I might start a video and then all of a sudden the camera is just gonna fail. It kind of sucks. I upgraded the mic first. We just got done buying a new mic, which this one is way better than the other one. The other one, it sounded like I was talking in a fish can or something. I definitely appreciate it. But it's like I got this backwards or something. I got the wrong one. I did. I had the wrong one all along. Because, you know, sometimes I'm a dweeb. Goober. Well, maybe I just upgrade my phone then. Instead of trying to upgrade my... I can upgrade them both at the same time and get a better phone. Because... I think I'm not explaining exactly how bad it is. There are literally times where you can't even turn on the camera. Like, it won't come on at all. It just gives you a blank screen. And I can't have... This phone has no selfie camera. It So, like, if you flip it around, it's going to malfunction, and it's going to go crazy forever. And ever and ever. And it takes a while to get it to go back. So, I really need a new phone. I really need to do a lot of everything, really. Except for car. I'm pretty good on car. My car's pretty good. He says if something else falls and breaks. My whole life. Okay. So that should hold the line. Where do you go? this side. This side. Okay. Yeah, you're probably right. I should probably just upgrade the phone and then not worry about the camera so much, because I'll have a camera on the phone. All right, so we got one in, and you should be able to see through it. It should have a light that goes through it. Guess we can glue this stuff down real quick. I'm not gonna mess with the machine guns and stuff, since we're gonna paint Joker stuff all over it. But I did prime these guys. I guess I should have done just a little bit more trimming. Come on, there we go. They don't look very primed. But they are. The cheapest one you can get, yeah. Man, it's not bad. It's a really good idea. Instead of just spending the money on a camera and then, because I gotta get a new phone anyway. So, really not a bad idea. I know what I know probably if I buy one to use as a camera, I should probably honestly just leave it here, because I am for sure going to destroy it. I don't know why. Yeah, I've got all sorts of flexible stands. It gets better. Should probably have pulled it up earlier, but sometimes I get caught up in what I'm doing and I forget that people are actually like watching. I feel like I'm talking on a phone conversation to somebody who's like barely there. It gets weird. So sometimes I forget to move it. Get in there. God, I hate those silly things. There it goes. Luckily, it's not coming off once it goes on. We are gluing them in. I'm not putting a little grappling hook in it. Get in there, you thingy. Come on, play nice. Forget it. I'm gonna do it the easy way. Bam. That'll go on there. Come on. Do simple models as a hobby or for a living? Well, it's kind of a little bit of both now. It's not really a living. This one's kind of, I do more miniature painting than I do anything else. But I put together a lot of models. I've got a Falcon over there. I got this one. I don't know. I've got a lot. I used to build a lot of cars when I was younger and stuff like that. Mostly what I like to do though is painting miniatures. I just found this at a show. This is a legit 1989 kit. Like, it's so old it's coming with the mill ends and all that kind of stuff. So it was so cool because it's like it's a big part of my childhood. This Batmobile in particular, because Michael Keaton in this Batmobile, when it came out, we were all middle schoolers. So it was like, wow, this is incredible. It says Goodyear. That's fantastic. Trying on Goodyear tires, except for the drags. The big fat drags aren't Goodyears. I think we're going to have to cut some of that out there to get the wheels to fit. We're going to do that manana. I'm going to work on getting our other piece cut so that we have that done. And you guys don't have to suffer through me watching me cut another one, because that was brutal. So that way we can get this together and put that other head. We can put this other headlight in, and then we can put the rest of this stuff together because we're getting close. But yeah, because we can. Now it's starting to look like the Batmobile. Still got just a few more little finishing touches to go, and we should be able to do the paint scheme I want to do. Because the idea is we're going to turn this into like the Joker gang spray painted the Batmobile. Is what my overall idea is. So that's the next thing. Once we get the lights in. So I'll get it all set up to do the lights tomorrow, and then we'll get that done, and that should be it. Because once the lights are on, the rest of this stuff is a snap. It's just putting wheels together and putting the base on, because this just snaps on. This literally just snaps on it. We'll probably glue it down, but it does snap in there. I just like gluing things down, even if it's snap on. I'm usually liable to pull out my glue anyway. But yeah, so we'll set that up, get the wheels in, and we should be good to go on that. Had a Batmobile as a child, yeah. It's from the 50s. Oh yeah, so the old Adam West one, where it was the two pods, where Batman and Robin sat in the two pods and had the red trim. Round saw blade in the front hood. Yeah. That's super cool. Yeah, that'd be a neat model. That'd be a neat model. Yeah, that red trim is so fun. It's yeah, I don't know, to me it's pretty iconic. And that's the one when I was little I grew up with. I don't know, I might have had one of those as like a toy car. I never got one as a model. Yeah, it's super cool. I think that was a Chrysler. I think it was modeled off of a Chrysler. I'd have to look that. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, it's a pretty fun one. Yeah, this is more like the kind of painting I typically am doing. So, and I'm almost done with this guy. I'm gonna mount this guy in my car, on my hood. Well, not the hood, on my dashboard. So, yeah, I don't remember. God, I think it was either a Chrysler or a Cadillac. I think I'd have to look it up. So, I appreciate that one. So yeah, I've been trying to show him as I work on him, because he's an off camera project. Yeah, we tried to do a little bit of something every day. We work on one project and we'll work from start to finish. And then I have other projects I have going on. Like I said, I'm printing. These are prints from Artisan Guild, and I'm gonna start painting and getting ready for a show. So we can have all of them ready to go, and that'll be cool. I'm gonna try to do one on the live, but I might not get to it in time. Depends on how much more stress I can put on this Batmobile. We're almost to the easy part, which is the painting it. I'm actually better at the painting than I am at the building, but I like the building a lot. Like I'm trying to get better at the building part and more smooth and just figuring out how to, because I should have cut these before I glued them on the first time, and I should have thought that out, but I totally did not. And some of us, but I didn't think about lighting it up until I was halfway through the build. So I need to get better at deciding. Okay, we're gonna build this to be like this, and then make that happen. So awesome. Well, thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate everybody coming by. And I'm definitely going to look into changing over to just a smartphone on that camera. That might be the way to go. It sounds like it would be a whole lot faster, a whole lot easier. Although this thing's pretty hardwired in, it's kind of nice. Anywho, I do appreciate everybody comes by. Appreciate all the likes, the subscribes, and all the things that you're supposed to do on the YouTubies. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Be good to somebody. Be good to yourself. But just be good out there. There's a whole lot of people doing bad, so maybe if a lot of us start doing a little bit of good, maybe we can kind of like balance that scale a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.